It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. On today's program, my friends, I'm going back to some anime. I have loved the music from this tradition that I have heard so far, and Attack on Titan comes very highly recommended, and that's what we're up to today. We're going to be looking at the suite, the Attack on Titan suite. And it's about 18 and a half minutes, and I was told that this is going to give me a good broad overview of what this particular anime is about and what it sounds like. And so let's get to it, friends. Attack on Titan is a Japanese dark fantasy anime series. It premiered in April of 2013, so a little more than a decade ago, and it's available on many television and streaming outlets around the world. It is set in a post-apocalyptic world where the remaining people live behind walls that protect them from giant human-like titans. And a young protagonist named Eren with an elite team of soldiers leads and seeks to fight back against these giant titans while investigating their origins and their history. The music soundtrack is composed by Hiroyuki Sawano, and the first soundtrack album was released a little bit over a decade ago and contains over 77 minutes of music, and that's just the start of the music to this series, y'all. There are big soundtrack albums coinciding with each major season of the show, with the latest being the soundtrack to the final season, which was released just a little over a year ago. And as I read in the series, the actors, the directors and producers, pretty much anybody that's connected to this have all won and been nominated for many awards. So it's commercially successful. A lot of people watch and appreciate this, and it's also critically successful as well. In October of 2020, Hiroyuki Sawano, the composer, posted an arranged suite of some of the major themes from Attack on Titan. He posted this video to YouTube. It was filmed in his studio, and it's part of what I believe is called Project EMU, which is a soundtrack revival project that is led by Sawano. So I'm looking forward to this. I've done quite a bit of reading in because it's difficult to see exactly what's in here because of the language differences. There's Japanese, there's English, and there's German, which is interesting. As I've read in, I think that some German mythology and folklore and history factors in to some of the storytelling and just sort of all encompassing in this. So there's a couple songs in here that are in German, which is interesting to me. I wasn't planning on having to use my German knowledge looking at anime, but here we are. So Hiroyuki Sawano is on the piano, and he is also the composer. Kota Yamamoto is on synths. Otohiko Fujita is on horn. Harutoshi Ito is on cello. Koichiro Muroya is on violin. I'm doing the best I can, y'all. Hiroshi Limura and Masaki, oh, good lord, Tsubakimoto is on guitars. Masashi Tsubakimoto. I think I got you, buddy. You're on guitar. Toshino Tanabe is on bass, and Makoto Fujisaki is on the drums. Whew. I always make a point, or I try to always make a point of telling y'all and lifting up who the actual musicians are that we're going to be hearing. I believe they deserve it, so I do my best with pronunciation. So there you go. Let's take a look, friends. Like I said, this is a little over 18 minutes long. So strap in, and I think it's just going to go in a suite from one track to another, so I'm going to attempt to keep up, and I'm happy that you're here. So let's do it. The Attack on Titan suite. Off we go. Okay. real symphonic. And this is in German. Allen Menschen sind frei geboren. Darin gibt es keinen Zweifel. All people are born free, of this there is no doubt. Eliana is our first vocalist, I believe. Woo! See that slide up the string? Fun. They're just kind of... Almost sounds like I'm listening to Nightwish, y'all. Which doesn't make me upset at all. I love Nightwish. Nice. Where'd they go? They were in E. They're not there anymore. Flat 6 to 5. This is wonderful. Was finden wir jenseits dieses Horizontes? What will we find beyond the wall, beyond this horizon? I believe is what the actual word is. I think we're going to be moving into a different song. Okay, different vocalist. I'm going to pause it. Okay. So that first one, I believe, is actually called Attack on Titan. I've got the lyrics here, but I've got the lyrics to the original song, so they're picking and choosing, I think, in this suite. But from what I could tell, all people are born free. There's no doubt about this. Alles Menschen sind frei geboren. And then later on they were saying, ist das der Zerstörer oder der Schöpfer? Is it a destroyer or a creator? I shouldn't do German on the fly like this. My German's rusty, y'all. We show our swords, die Schwerter. Is this our fate? Our Schicksal oder unser Wille? Is it our fate or is it our free will? We'll fight until the wind takes our wings. And then in the bridge, we go out of this small world into the big world. Our hearts are beating wildly. Vor Freude oder Angst. With joy and or fear, or both. Okay, that sets us up. I think the next little selection is called Before Lights Out, and this vocalist is named Laco, and I believe it's originally from series 3 of this one. Let's keep going. Off we go. Yeah, definitely something different. Really cool textural differences. It's not all bass oriented. You've got really great orchestrations. And she's low in her range. It sounds great. It's mixed excellently. So now we're in English. Freedom, freedom, forgive me, retake Maria. They land on that one chord and then they try to fool you. I think they're in E minor. That's some wicked bow work from the cellist, I believe. Wish I would have brought that out a little bit more. All my kingdom for your return. I'll let it burn. Reminds me a bit of 3s against 2s, 2s against 3s, like stuff that Hans Zimmer loves to do rhythmically. Sing it. We transition, I believe, down a step into something called K2. I believe this is an instrumental, also from season 3. The environment that it puts you in is really spacious here. He's just hammering away at that low piano. This is one of the reasons why the piano is classified as a percussion instrument, pitch percussion, y'all. babyface singer coming back up. I believe this is moving into the next one. I believe our next vocalist is named Jimmy. And all I could find was it's T:*T. From season 2. Alles Lebendige stirbt eines Tages. Everyone dies one day. Again, German. Is this an angel? Who falls from the sky? Is it a demon who came up, climbed from the rocks? Cool. Tears, anger, Mitleid, pity, Grausamkeit, cruelty, freedom, peace. I believe that's chaos. Glaube, faith. Verrat, betrayal, I believe. We will fight against our fate. We will not give ourselves our destiny, I think. Wonderful vocalists. All of them. This is some epic music, friends. And I can't believe they're getting that sound out of just those few players. I'm sure they're backing it up with some electronic stuff, but it sounds great. That one's over. The last bit of words. Hang on a second. Stop. Lovely drumming there, by the way, but I think they're transitioning into the next piece. And I wanted to say a little bit about this before all of these words go by us. The first part of it, everyone dies one day, whether we are ready to die or not. That day will certainly come. True. Then I think the ending, mit Trauer und Entscheidung im Herzen zeigen wir den Willen weiterzugehen, with sadness and resolve im Herzen. In our hearts, we will have to go further. No one can be deprived of their life. So it's a song of resolve. It's a song of empowerment, right? Really cool stuff. I'm going to keep going. Off we go. I think this next one is another instrumental. It's called Counterattack, and it's from the original soundtrack. Lovely. F sharp minor. The counter melody lines, the supporting melody lines are what gives it its real symphonic flair. Because no composer is going to write a real epic melody and let it stand by itself. We're going to add epicness underneath it to support it, make it even more epic, you know? And we've got symphonic elements, acoustic rock elements, great singing. I understand, y'all. This is great stuff. Love the brass in there. Good on you, horn player. I'm just lost in the moment there. Okay. Hang on. That's the last one. And I'm going to have to rewind that a little bit now. Come on, a little bit. Okay, so this last one is going to be called Appleseed. And we've got, I think, two vocalists here, MPI and Laco. This one also is from season 3. So let's go back and see what happens when they go from where they were to where they are. That was a heck of a shift. I'm going to just go back a little bit and start here. Okay. So that one ends. Back in English. Our mighty fallen, begotten power, shoulder to shoulder, never surrender. I think they're back in C minor. Harkens back to earlier in the suite. Nice. Apples drop beside the tree, old man, please remember me. All of us still chase our dream underneath the canopy. Lovely pacing, lovely texture changes. And the sounds truly are interesting. Cool. Watching scenes playing out from our past like the smell of her hair. Should we just let it all fade? Is it just time? Great stuff. We're really close to the end of this, too. And there we go. I'm really impressed by this. I mean, really impressed. Great stuff. It's amazing. You know, how much of this stuff is out there that people like me had no clue. There's many of you, many millions of you that know this and know it well. And, and people like me, we're just still waiting here, and we'll get on the bandwagon soon enough. That was wonderful. I'm overwhelmed a little bit because it makes me think, well, okay, I'm doing all of this stuff with the channel. Now I've got to watch all this anime. I don't have time. So which one do I start with? Because I loved the ones I've started with before, but I haven't got to any of them yet. And how do you prioritize? How do you find the time to soak up so much great art that's out there? This is cool stuff. I want to tell you a little bit about the composer. Hiroyuki Sawano was born in Japan in 1980, just a little younger than me. He has been known most for his anime and video series work. He started playing piano at an early age, and then when he was in his late teens, he studied composition and arranging and orchestration, and he started off his career like most other artists and composers do, by writing and doing work for other artists. And then he started the task of networking and establishing some connections. In 2011, he was involved in the anime series Blue Exorcist and Guilty Crown. And then in 2013, he was tapped to be the composer for this anime adaptation of the manga series, Attack on Titan. And it's wonderful stuff. He's been involved with every single one of the OSTs for Attack on Titan. And it looks like he's got a lot of musical ideas and some major influences. He cites, among others, Hans Zimmer, Danny Elfman, and Yoko Kanno as compositional influences. And I know music now from all of those composers, and I think he's got a pretty darn solid stable of compositional influence. I want to hear more from Hiroyuki, but I believe that's going to be all for today, my friends. I have loved this. Attack on Titan, the Attack on Titan suite, where Sawano just pulls in, I believe, how many pieces were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, in this 18.5-minute suite. It was wonderful to see them playing their instruments and doing this. And I couldn't be more thrilled with this experience. This was wonderful. I have very much enjoyed so far my look into anime music, and Attack on Titan Suite has lived up to the billing. So thank you all for being with me today. I will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.